see. Vestas. Let me know if you in here. Ooh. It must be sunny in the atmosphere. Come on with it. No, I don't want that one. Let's see here. Let me go to the comments. Come on with it. Let's go to the comments. Ooh. All right. Thank you, Meter Lee. Let's see here. Donald C. Thank you so much. Yes, this is the new chat. Yes. Hey, how you doing, Detroit Gemini? Thank you for coming in here. That probably was your energy that came in here. The Geminis, I told you I have issue with them Geminis. I don't know what happened. Tonight, but Vestal's be back. There's not one monkey stop a show. You hear what I'm saying? I had to restart the whole entire enterprise tonight. Dang. It wasn't that much celebration going on that StreamYard could not handle the positive energy. Woo! I'm scared to put anything back up here. What's up? Thank you, Amber Love. Thank you, Mita. Thank you, Peter. Thank you for sticking around with me. Come on, y'all. Y'all know this is not how we don't operate. But guess what? I'm gonna move forward with my live tonight. Yeah. It's Saturday. I'm not gonna keep you long. Oh, no. You know what? You was the one. That's okay. I got something for you. I know you send the man right here. You know what? Now I'm starting to identify you, the man right here. I got you. I got something for you tonight. All right, Vestal, let me go ahead and pull back up these slides, Vestals. Because, hey, we celebrating tonight. Hold on. Let me pull back up these slides. Because somebody tried to come in here and disturb the party that we was going on, but they don't know. Hey, we got a outage outside. We got a generator outside. We act like Hurricane Helena came through here, and we said, guess what? I got to back up. Nothing's going to stop this show tonight because we are over 1,000 Vestas strong, and I'm going to do this show, Vestas. Just hold on. Them slides coming back up. Now, as I was saying, Shallow, based off that audio clip that I provided everybody, Shallow Sanders. As we know, it seemed like he was conflicted about moving to the University of Colorado, but everything is over. Don't you do it. Okay, you ain't do it. All right. Let's see right here. Yeah, okay. Motivated. Let's see here. We got God on our side. Amen. Let's see here. Now, don't blame that on the Gemini. Let me tell you, no. Your name is the only new name I didn't call in the first live, and now you popped up in the second live. Oh, gosh, no. I'm not going. Y'all, these slides are coming up. So, as I was saying is, a lot of people is giving Kevin Stefanski all of the accolades, all of the accomplishments already. And this man has not won a game in Atlanta. But as I was saying before, I was rudely interrupted tonight by all this equipment going on in here. I welcome Kevin Stefanski to bring his best when we are playing Cleveland Browns this year because I want a good challenge. I don't want nobody to give Kevin Stefanski or say Kevin Stefanski, the reason why Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns beat Kevin Stefanski based off this, based off that. No. I want Alex to bring his best game. I want Kevin Stefanski to bring, well, he's just head coach. He's just going to be sitting on the sideline. I want everybody to bring their best A game when they play the Cleveland Browns this year because this will settle a lot. You hear what I'm saying? And I hope the game is early in the season because if not, nobody's going to Cleveland to be in that cold weather, okay? He's going to need it. Yes, he's going to need it. Let's see here. If Shallow stayed at South Carolina, he would. I don't know. I doubt it because his name is still Sanders. Shedeur and team taking it personal. Well, we shall see. Well, they taking a whole lot personal. Guess what? I'm going to travel tomorrow, but I will be doing a live because I need to make this up to you. Donna, I need to think about that. I know that Shedeur Sanders has taken it personal. Shallow Sanders is taking it personal based off some of the things that came out in that video from Jackson State. There's a lot to unravel in that video from Shallow. Let me go back to this picture here. There's a lot to unravel with Shallow Sanders when he put out here in this video. because it was over 50 minutes long, or about 50 minutes long, and Shiloh Sanders kept saying, "This is home. This is home. This is home." Now, just because well-off media had the cameras in the player's face, before practice, during practice, after practice, of course, we didn't get the ability, or we didn't get the ability to actually see exactly what college life was for all of these young men being at a PWI. Now, based on what happened after Shedeur Sanders, Shiloh Sanders left, Jimmy Horn left, Will Shepherd, all of those great players left, we know that, one, Coach Prime, he got sick. He was not able to sustain, so he gave a lot of the coaching responsibilities to Pat Schumer, Rob Livingston. We already know what happened. And based on that, maybe besides the wrong coaches being in leadership, maybe it was these players was not able to be acclimated or acclimate to that environment. Hey, I don't know. Right, they didn't feel it. Right, the team are going to go hard. Yes, I do feel that. Yeah, they didn't feel it. If we're talking about Colorado, yes, after Chavez left, something changed in the atmosphere. And maybe these young men that were brought to University of Colorado, how can I say it? Yeah, maybe they just didn't feel it. Maybe they couldn't acclimate. Maybe it was a very culture shock. Even though they were loved by the fans, were they loved outside in Boulder, Colorado? We don't know what type of challenges that these young men was experiencing in the University of Colorado. We have to say that. We definitely have to say that. We have to consider that. What were they facing in Colorado that the cameras didn't capture? Let's see what y'all. Let's see what y'all saying in there. Ain't no place like an HBCU. To some of these students, yeah, there's no place like an HBCU. I guess some can thrive and some don't thrive in environments like that. I know the feeling. Yeah, we talked about that. You leaving from Kentucky, or you going to Kentucky? Hey, put that back in the chat, because I definitely don't want to misspeak, Miss Donna C. What is going on with your channel? Listen, Lady of Elegance, I don't know. As you see, I started off here at this background. Since I reached 1,000K, I wanted to come back here where I first started at, to pay homage to this setting here. And all of a sudden, I don't know. I had to restart the whole entire thing. I don't know. Maybe it was just too much positivity going on for the system. I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. I'm actually closer to the modem and the router. I don't know. Prime should have stayed. Well, you know what? Motivated, dedicated. Out of all the things you've ever put in the chat, a lot of people are agreeing with you that the worst mistake that Coach Prime made was leaving JSU. A lot of people saying that. We don't know. We shall see. Now, financially, yes. Going to University of Colorado was the best. I know he went there. I know his intentions was clear. His intentions was pure. He was trying to put those players in a better situation. But I don't think that all factors could have been known. He probably didn't consider all factors. He probably was just trying to put them in an environment to elevate them to the next level. Did it backfire? Yes. I can't say it did backfire. Out of the 3 or 4 years that we counted up, maybe 4 or 5 players was invited to the combine. We ain't talking about getting drafted to the NFL. We talk about being invited to the combine. But hey, the story's not over, and we shall see. Yes, it's definitely it definitely was a culture shock. Definitely. I agree. Because like I said, on campus is one thing, but outside of that campus, you don't know what those young men were experiencing. You just don't know. Now, I've been to Colorado before, right? I've been to Boulder. I actually went to one of the games. The student atmosphere inside of the stadium, it was just like a normal college. Because when did I go there? I went there in 2023, or was it 2024? 2023. I went there for a game. They were playing the Oregon State Beavers. So if somebody want to look that up, that's when I went. It was in November. It was probably about 2 or 3 days after my birthday, but Colorado was playing the Oregon State Beavers. Now, so I was outside of Boulder, It was about a 30-minute drive. It looked just kind of like a desert city. Did I see that many melanated people there? No. When I got to Boulder, it was all really just a lot of college people. So, of course, I didn't experience no type of situations, but it's no telling what those young men was going through. It's no telling. It's no telling. Kind of right. Well, guess what? Just wait to 2026. We're all looking at 2026, okay? See, you had bad coaching the whole time. Shedeur plus Savage just masked all the coaching issues. Well, guess what? Coach JC888. Guess what? This year here will be telling. All of the coaches have been removed. Shedeur and Travis has been removed. Has a clean slate. New quarterback. New coaches. I think only the defensive coach is now is a DC. What I'm trying to say is 90% of the pieces have left University of Colorado. So we shall see exactly what the issue was. And a lot of people are saying that the new administrative director, all he cares about is winning. So we shall see what the outcome is. Be honest with you, we shall see what the outcome is. You know that erase. I know down to see. Let's see here. Facts. I mean, I give it up to you. A lot of people saying that, but now with a clean slate, we shall see what the outcome is. See, we'll reveal they will thrive. Fingers crossed, Slim 08081. He would have won 2 celebration bowls by now if he would have stayed. A lot of people saying that motivated. A lot of people saying that. My job moved from St. Louis to Kentucky. It was just so they had the Confederate on their trucks, especially when hey, Breonna Taylor, say her name. No, Breonna, what her name? Breonna. Oh gosh. Breonna. Was it Taylor? I gotta look that up. But yes, when Kentucky went through that issue with Breonna, woo. And believe it or not, Miss Donna C, I lived in Kentucky from what year was that? 2015 to 2017. And I remember outside of Fort Knox, I saw trucks ride down the highway with their flags, and someone even yelled out in a loud audible, a very racist term towards me and some of my family members that was visiting. So Kentucky is some places in Kentucky, don't be there at night. You can't rebuild if you lose 45 players, 3 coaches in the area all season. You know what, motivated, dedicated, you must be coming in with common sense tonight. You're right. I agree with you. I agree with you. I don't think we lost 45. No, 45 players. I know for sure we lost about 30, 31, 32. But if we lost 45, good gracious. He put them in a better situation. He just didn't have coaches until this year, it seems. Well, this is the year. This is the year for both Cleveland and the University of Colorado to see what the issue is. With the Kevin Stefanski is gone, Pat Schumer is gone, Rob Livingston is gone, Andrew Berry got the O-line there. We got a new head coach, we got a new OC, we got a new DC in Cleveland. So we shall see what the issue was. Okay, same thing in the Boulder, Colorado, University of Colorado. The stadium is small. That's right, it's very small. It's a very intimate stadium. So motivated. I don't know if you win there, but you definitely know what you're talking about. Yes, you can rebuild. Yes, you can't build anything without a foundation. The foundation is left, the new players and coaches every year. Well, I agree with you again, motivated, dedicated. Let's see here. What's the next one? There's racing everywhere. I look at it different. I think Shallow just enjoyed himself better being around our people. That is true. It's a different atmosphere when we are around. That is true. I give it to you. I definitely give it to you. But I'm just saying, like, what's the other player? Kamani McClain. He was a very elite cornerback, CB, right? As everybody knew. But for some reason, in the University of Colorado in Bowley, we have to be honest with ourselves. For some reason, he just couldn't get it together. Now, I don't know if it was internally or if he thought that he was so elite that he couldn't go to practice. But guess what? Being back home in Florida with the Florida Gators and with a different coaching staff, even though he hasn't reached that pinnacle where he wanted to be, he has played so much better. He's more focused now. And I don't know if it's because he's closer back to home and his family life, but it seemed like he's doing a lot better in Florida. So as I say, some players can adapt, some players can't. And it probably was a culture shock too fast. Motivation. Yeah. Don't jinx it, Amber. Please don't jinx it, Amber, on this celebration night. Okay? Don't jinx it. Don't jinx it. That's okay. So it was Breonna Taylor. Hey, Donna C, you worked there too? Donna C, I was there 2015 to 2027, 2015 to 2017. I worked there too, Donna C. Donna C, don't say we don't saw each other in the hallway and didn't know it, Donna C. Donna C, I was there too, Donna C. Hey, ToneyTalksVestedUp@gmail.com. Please tell me when you work there. Please tell me. What? Okay. From my understanding, they have built a new O-line and they got some new coaches. That is true. Lady of Elegance, are you talking about, we know that the Cleveland Browns have, and I'm starting to pick up some of my content and some of my understanding about what's going on in Colorado. So if that is the case, so yes, I do know in Colorado, they have also built a better O-line. You are right, Lady of Elegance. You are totally right. And that spring game is going to be the end of this month or the beginning of April. I don't know if they come out with an exact date, but this week coming here, we should definitely have an exact date on when that spring game is. But yes, the University of Colorado Buffaloes have built an O-line. Very aggressive O-line. Very aggressive O-line. Amber Love, I blocked that person. Hold on, y'all. I always speak. No, you don't, motivated. Here you go. Here you go. No. Let's see here. Are you smoking weed? Are they smoking weed? You know what? Colorado was the first state that legalized it. We don't know, but I know Deion Sanders and all athletic programs, you have to go through a urinalysis test. So I don't think that is allowed. But I did hear that some players, maybe the first term or the second term, they were caught up and they were kicked off the teams. Some of the details never came out, but who knows? I never thought about that, Amber. I never thought about that, Amber. Let's see here. Well, we do know that what's his name? Salted had an issue with that. So hopefully that young man has found some assistance with that. And maybe that's why I don't know. I'm not even gonna speculate. Amber, yes, some of these players were smoking. Okay. So you heard the same thing that I heard. I figured that. Okay, so hey, we heard the same thing. Hold on. Okay, so you were there. Donna C, hit me in the background. ToneyTalksVestedUp@gmail.com because I need to know is because if you worked in the biggest building on that post, you and I was in the same building. I'll put it like this. I was in building 5. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. Here we go. Congratulations on your retirement. Yes, Donna C. All right. Woo! We done got through that right there. So let me go ahead. And this is what I was talking about before. StreamYard interrupted or the system went crazy. Here we go, Vestas. So going back to this is what everybody has been hooping and hollering for. They've been racing in the last 24 hours. Kevin Stefanski got this deadly weapon. Kevin Stefanski got this safety. Kevin Stefanski, old Atlanta and Eagles have made a trade. I think Atlanta's going to give up because their first pick they have this year is in the second round. So maybe they're going to give up the second round for this player they just acquired. I don't have his name. But guess what? I'm not impressed. But all I was saying was, Kevin Stefanski, bring your best for whenever we do play you in 2026, because we want you to bring out we want you to bring your best. So Shedeur Sanders and the Cleveland Browns can go ahead and win that game. Okay, everybody want to prove one this year, and we're gonna prove one too. All right, but everybody enjoyed that video regarding Alex Van Pelt, and a lot of people started scratching their heads. Okay, thank you so much, Sam Moore. Thank you so much, Sam Moore. Woo! We just started, Sam Moore. We just started. Tomorrow, I'm going to pretend like I'm still back at 0.000, and we still working hard moving forward. All right, now here we go. We getting back into that momentum. Here we go. So part 2 tonight is what my show was going to be about. Well, since Cleveland Brown wanted all of these other quarterbacks except for Shedeur Sanders, tonight I was going to do a comparison. The last live I was speaking more on Kevin Stefanski and this hidden gem that he had pulled out of his hat to bring back to Atlanta Falcons to give him a winning record, allegedly, okay, potentially, okay, because he does have a good resume. So if Kevin Stefanski does have any winning resume this year, it would not be because of Kevin Stefanski. It would definitely be because of Alex here on the screen. Okay, I'm sorry. Let me hear. Because of Alex here on the screen, it would not be because of Kevin Stefanski. It would definitely be because of Alex Van Pelt, not Kevin, not Tommy Reese. It'll be because of Alex. Okay. Now this is the intent of tonight. So they always talking about anybody but Shedeur. Oh, so I said, Vestas, let's go ahead and do the work for the Cleveland Browns media. And we're going to look at all of these rookie quarterbacks that they have thrown in our face. Because, Vestas, maybe we don't know what we talking about. And guess what? You know what? That's the purpose of tonight. We're going to look what PFF says about all these players. And I'm going to let you go, Vestas. I promise to let you go. But we still going to celebrate. Come on with it. So this is just a reminder about Shedeur Sanders on what PFF said about him. And we went over this also in the last live. So this is just a small recap. PFF said that he had a high-level play winning structure. So once he gets that O-line, Shedeur Sanders is going to be deadly. And I did look it up. The Atlanta Falcons O-line last year and defense last year, I think it was the defense. That defense was ranked number 2 in the NFL. Okay, so Shedeur Sanders, with Kevin Stefanski being as the head coach or not, Shedeur Sanders would definitely have, let's say, his work cut out against him. That's why Myles Garrett, and guess what? The Cleveland Browns also acquired another edge from the Buffalo Bills today. The Cleveland Browns, hold on, they acquired another edge to pair with Myles Garrett. Come on, Cleveland. Andrew Barry is doing that work. Hold on. Who was that player that they acquired today from the Buffalo Bills? Let's see him. Cleveland Browns acquired. I just thought about that. Buffalo Bills. Here we go. Defensive end. The Cleveland Browns. Come on with it. The Cleveland Browns make move to former Buffalo Bills defender. And he goes by the name of, per ESPN, the Browns signed former Buffalo Bills defensive lineman A.J. Espinza to a 1-year deal worth $5 million. All right. Espinza, 27 years old, have played in all 6 of his NFL seasons with the Bills. Woo! He has 24 sacks, 81 solo tackles, 24 tackles for a loss. Okay, and 53 QB hits in his career. I need to go back before tomorrow to see if this particular lineman actually got out the Shedeur Sanders last year, and I'm pretty sure he did, since he played in all of his seasons. So I need some homework. We got to do some homework tonight. But go ahead, Cleveland Browns. Okay. Todd Monken. So Todd Monken says we're very excited to name Todd Monken. No. Okay, no. We good. We good on that. More tomorrow. But congratulations to Andrew Barry. But going back to Shedeur Sanders, so once again, Shedeur Sanders' biggest strength was his accuracy, okay? From ball placements to catchability, he is among the best. This was PFF. PFF said this about Shedeur Sanders last year. Just stay with me, okay? Because I want to see what PFF is going to say about Mendoza, Carson Beck, my guy, Taylen Green, and also Simpson, the one that they say that has the most. Nah, we ain't gonna discuss that right there. But let's move forward. Hold on, let me check these comments real quick. Thank you again, Samoa. Really? Come on, Donna C. Yeah, Donna C. We gotta talk behind the background, Donna C. Andrew Barry said my ass on the chopping block. There you go, Donna C. I didn't know Andrew Barry had a twin. Yes. If you have not watched that video that I did on Emmanuel Acho, I spelled it out why Kevin Stefanski and Andrew Barry had a close relationship before they went to the Cleveland Browns. And Andrew Barry does have a twin in Philadelphia. And if you don't know what I'm talking about, Kevin Stefanski from Philadelphia. Ooh, we got to break that video down again one day. I see. We gotta break that down. Yes, he's the vice president of football operations. Yes, I was thinking the same thing. Did he hit? Okay, I'm definitely gotta look that up. Yes, I want eyes like Shedeur. He can see down the field while running. Oh yeah, elite. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the homework. Let's go ahead. Let me go to the next slide. Let me go ahead and read this summary real quick. Sanders flashed NFL ability at Colorado and is that much more impressive when considering the circumstances. Do y'all know what those circumstances were? That he did all of this without an O-line. He also did elite, almost spiritual things at the Cleveland Browns without an O-line. Broke all the records, became a Pro Bowler, broke NFL records, broke Cleveland Brown records. Shedeur Sanders. Let me keep reading. He elevated the program to the new heights. However, his lack of consistent protection makes him difficult to evaluate. But as I stressed in the last line, when he has time, when he can stay on time, he is a very efficient quarterback who is willing to take hits in the pocket to deliver a pass. Y'all pay attention to these details because the next one that's going to go in line is Mendoza. Okay, let's see here. But he far too often takes himself out of rhythm because of his lack of belief in his protection. I would also, if you got 300 plus players on that defensive line coming after me, I will run too. Okay, that play style would make it hard to succeed in the NFL. No, what makes it hard to succeed in the NFL if you don't have an O-line. If you don't have an O-line, and if your name is not Shedeur Sanders, okay? Still, if he can play on time more often, his accuracy and turnover avoidance can lead to a long, successful career in the NFL. Cleveland, if you want to go ahead and get rid of Shedeur Sanders, we already know if it was left up to the Cleveland Brown media, Shedeur Sanders never would even touch the fields. But if they want to go ahead and play crazy, and if Andrew Barry want to go ahead and play with Shedeur Sanders this year, to prep the team for Mendoza, be my guest, and everything will come back and hunt Cleveland Browns. Okay, let's move forward. All right, come on, Mendoza. Let's see what we're talking about. Let's see what PFF has said about Mendoza tonight. Come on with it. All right, y'all. So here's some player traits. I'm going to say averaging all of these scores. Let's say he averaged about a 8.5. Let's go ahead and give him an 8.5 because he does have a 6 infield mobility, but let's go ahead and give him an 8.5 overall. All right, come on, Mendoza. Let's see what PFF said about Mendoza. Let's go over some of his strengths. Well, hold on. I want to cover something in the scouting report that caught my attention. It said that Mendoza is the best back shoulder thrower in the class, consistently winning with a pre-snap recognition. Hold on. Who also has a pre-snap recognition of the defense? Shedeur Sanders. Let's keep going. All right. Coverages and leverages identification. Shedeur Sanders. Precise timing and elite ball placement. Shedeur Sanders. Okay. His plus accuracy throw rate led to an all-draft eligible quarterbacks. He was also highly effective under pressure and in the third and a long situation. Now, hold on, Vestas. Hold on. Now, we also know of another player that was in the same situation, but they deemed him and said that based off that skills, despite all of these same descriptions, right? He was supposed to have been drafted in the 5th round. So if Shedeur Sanders, scratch that. If Mendoza skill sets and talents, they mirror Shedeur Sanders, well, why is he going over number 1 overall and Shedeur Sanders slid down to 144? Let me tell you one thing. We have talked about this many times, right? Based off this alone, Shedeur Sanders, along with Deion Sanders and his lawyer, and even Shiloh Sanders and the whole entire Sanders family can go ahead to their lawyer. They say, hey, based off PFF, which is a written document, admissible in court. Hey, this is what PFF said about me in 2025, but I got drafted in the 5th round. Mendoza, this is what PFF says about Mendoza in 2026, but he get drafted over number 1. Let me tell you one thing. If I was the Sanders family, it doesn't matter. I would have a lawyer in the background collecting evidence. They wouldn't want me as their lawyer. I'll be just like Alex in the background collecting all these things. And all I'll be waiting is for, when do you want me to hit this button? Deion Sanders, when do you want me to hit this button? Shedeur Sanders. Oh, this ain't in the end of it. Hold on. Let's keep going. Let me calm down. Let me keep going, okay? Let me keep going. Hold on. Let me keep going. Let me stay with his comments. Yeah, very spiritual. We saw that. God will show him, don't mess with the chat. What? Come on now. Mendoza's a cute. Hey, listen. No. Listen, we're not taking nothing from Mendoza. We're trying to prove a point, and that point will be proven tonight since the Cleveland media is not satisfied with Shedeur Sanders. And if they know something that we don't know, we're finna go over the details because, hey, maybe we're the crazy ones. But based on what we're going to discuss tonight in PFF, we're going to see if we're the crazy ones or if they're the crazy ones. Now, I don't have to go over Carson, Taylen Green, or even Simpson. Based off this scouting report alone, Shedeur Sanders and Mendoza has the same talents and skills, but Shedeur Sanders was drafted in 5th round. All right, let's go ahead and go over his strengths. Adequate NFL frame, height, and weight. Did I get that, or did I cut that off? Because Shedeur Sanders is 6'2", 215 pounds. Why did I cut that off? But that's okay. It's okay. Good velocity in short intermediate passes. The best back shoulder passer in the class, NFL caliber with elite timing and placement. Shedeur Sanders had that strength too. Okay. Ooh, has some natural touches for sideline passes with extra air. Ooh, that sounds like Shedeur Sanders. Knows how to be patient with progression. Well, Shedeur Sanders didn't have the privilege to be patient because he didn't have an O-line. But based off those 2.5 seconds that he was able to go back and throw that ball down the field, we're going to say that Shedeur Sanders' placement and being patient with whatever he was given was A++. Okay? He has some excellent ball placement. Shedeur Sanders, he boasts the highest perfect accuracy percentage in the class at 36.7. I don't know what it is. I'm not even going to attempt to interpret that, okay? But it is what it is. Overall, he's an intelligent player. Hold on. They said that Shedeur Sanders have an elite IQ as a quarterback, right? Okay. He avoids negative read coverages and leverages, and he plays calmly under pressure. That sounds like Shedeur Sanders. Shedeur Sanders is willing to stand in that pocket and take that hit to make the pass. Let's keep going. Good enough of an athlete to run some RPOs with effectiveness, long arms, but he's still a snappy throwing motion. Let's go over some of the weaknesses. Okay, we're going to keep going. I'm not going to keep it that long. Come on with it. All right, some of the weaknesses. He has a good arm, but not a great arm. Woo-woo. Didn't they say that about Shedeur Sanders? He didn't have an arm. He didn't have a great arm. They even said that Shedeur Sanders couldn't throw. We already knew that was a lie. And we definitely saw some 50-yard plus passes in the NFL, right? He can get in trouble if he's throwing fadeaways, passes, or late on reads. Late on reads. I thought they just said one of his strengths was overall, he's an intelligent player. He avoids negative reads, coverages, and leverages, and he plays under pressure. Okay, sack rate is high on the higher side. Wow. Sack rate is on the higher side. Sack rate is high on the higher side. Now, didn't they hold that against Shedeur Sanders Vestas? If I don't know what I'm talking about, please let me know I don't know what I'm talking about. But didn't they hold that against Shedeur Sanders because he got sacked so much in college? Please, Vestas, please tell me I'm wrong. Please tell me that I'm wrong, that they didn't hold that against Shedeur Sanders. He just took two. Whoa. Hold on, Vestas. Don't say Tony Talks unfound something. Whoa. What was that last weakness? He took just 2 total snaps on the center in 2025. Whoa. You mean Mendoza only took 2 total snaps on the center in 2025? Only 2 snaps on the center in 2025. What? Vestas, you mean to tell me a young man that's going to go number one overall in 2026 only took 2 snaps on the center in 2025? And he's going round 1, pick 1, but Shedeur Sanders, he took it, I'm going to say at least 50%, 50 to 60% on the center. And he went round 5. You know what, Vestas? I don't think I'm making no 6 tonight. Hold on, Vestas. Make sure you write that down so whenever the trolls are talking that Shedeur Sanders should not be. What? Hold on, Vestas. Let me go back to the comments because maybe I ain't making sense tonight. Hold on, Vestas. Let me go back. Let me go back. I know it just ain't me. But maybe y'all knew that and I didn't know that. But he only took, PFF has said Mendoza only took Mendoza. And why did they put that at the bottom? You know what? They being messy too. He took just 2 total snaps on the center in 2025. What is he going to do in the NFL? What is he going to do in the NFL when the head coach of the Las Raiders, right, is calling plays to be on the center? Is this young man going to be comfortable on the center? Guess what, Vestas? We're going to find out in about 5 to 6 months what Mendoza can do on the center. Okay? Hold on, Vestas. Hold on, Vestas. Yeah. Well, what quarterback, even in high school, they take more than 2 total snaps on a center? Motivated, dedicated. Shedeur is the best. Okay. Oh, okay. Let's talk about pressure. Shedeur Sanders without that O-line. Shedeur slid. Okay. We already talked about that. Motivated, dedicated. Mendoza going to be solid in Vegas. Well, it seemed like it unless the plays are going to have him go on the center. Okay. I'm just telling you what PFF said. I'm just saying. I will have to suit. Okay. Speaking of Lloyd Shedeur, well, he definitely has to deal with that lawsuit coming up. Come on, Dion. We love you on team. Shedeur Sanders needs to leave the Cleveland Browns. Donna C. A++. Shedeur was on follow last night. Yeah, and Shedeur is actually at Shallow's house now because Shallow said that he was only gonna be in Jackson a half a day because he got to get back to his house because Shedeur was at his house messing up his house. Coach, you want to make me get a switch? Let's see here. Because we got to go to Carson Beck, and now I know why. I know why people ain't really hollering about Carson Beck name. Ooh, I read the report. You can still watch even if you don't have a Twitch account. We shall see. Sis, you can't leave motivated comments on the screen. Oh, I left it on the screen. I'm so sorry. I got caught up in the slides, but I got you. Oh Lord, I hate that I did that. Oh my God, I hate it. I tell you what, I'm gonna crop it out. I'm gonna crop it out, okay? Mendoza is gonna be a flop. I didn't know that, Slim. Only 2 snaps on the center, okay? I'm going to join. It's always separate. It's always separate standards. It's always separate standards. You know what, Amber? If you don't mind, I'm going to change the title of this second slide. I'm going to put separate standards in that thumbnail and also in that slide, okay? You better say it because they won't hype him. Hype him won't be. Come on. Get ready for the excuses. No. Ain't no excuses this year because they didn't give Shedeur Sanders no excuse. Even when the young man was getting first team reps, they said ain't no excuses. It ain't no excuses in the NFL. It's no excuses in the NFL. So when Mendoza cannot operate properly on the center because he only took 2 in 2025, we're going to say no excuse. No excuse, Mendoza. Let's see right here. Let's see. I blocked him so he wouldn't really comment. Let me tell you one thing. Hold on one second. So this is StreamYard, right? I can't do... But I got you, Ben. Oh, hold on. All right, let's go to the second player. I found what I needed. Vestas. Let's go ahead and move forward. All right, Vestas. Hey, so guess what? I got to be fair. You know who I am. Hey, guess what? I'm going to show my guy too, the one that I love, Taylen Green. Let's see what PFF said about Taylen Green because they're going to be like, Tony, you have hollered Taylen Green's name since the combine. You have brought up Taylen Green's name the whole entire, all the lives, all this. Tony, let's hear about Taylen Green. Hold on, this right here. Okay, hold on. That was him again. Let me see him. Let me see. Hold on, who I got next? Hold on, let me go. Let me. Is this right here? Here we go, Taylen Green. Here's Taylen Green, y'all. Let me go ahead and introduce y'all to Taylen Green. There's one thing, as you know, I love them in the combine, but let's go ahead and see what some of the scouting reports talked about, okay? Let's go ahead and go down to, let's see here. His size would be alluring to the general managers and head coach. Yes, it was. Yes, he was. He is an elite athlete, a legit athlete, just under 6'6", 225 pounds, who rushed for 2,400 yards in his 4 seasons as a starter. We talked about that in the last live or the live before that. Well, just like Shedeur Sanders, he didn't have an O-line, so yes, he booked it. I think his rushing rate was 92.9, the highest in the whole entire collegiate world, because he didn't have that O-line, so he got away, and he's very fast. I think Taylen Green, for all quarterbacks, he ran a 4.35. I think that's what's coming to my mind. He was a very fast quarterback. He had to get away from them players, okay? He is a good rushing threat. I just said it with experience. I just said it in the pistol and the shotgun as an RPO quarterback. You mean to tell me, Taylen, that if Mendoza goes first, Taylen Green is not going to be the second one off of the quarterback? What? He's going to be the second one off the board. Ooh. I wish I was a betting woman. But I'm not. But he's going to be the second one off the board. As a passer, his athletic gifts show up naturally. Strong arm that can push the ball vertically. Why nobody's talking about Taylen Green? Taylen Green, to be honest, out of all the quarterbacks that was invited to the combine, he was the only black quarterback. He was the only black quarterback to the combine. I saw it myself. Why they're not talking about this young man? He can't help that he didn't have an O-line. Let's keep pushing. However, he is still far inconsistent as a passer. Why? His footwork is okay, but it can be erratic. Pair that with a long side arm throw motion, you have a faulty foundation for accuracy, evidenced by low accuracy and ball placement scores. Let's keep going. All right. Let me go ahead. Let's keep pushing. Come on, Taylen Green. Let's see what they gave. Let's see here. I'm gonna come back to the comments. Let me get through Taylen Green real quick. All right. So based off player traits, Let's see. I'm going to go ahead and give Taylen Green a 6.5. He have a lot of foils, but keep in mind, he didn't have an O-line, so he had to work with what he had, okay? However, he still was invited to the combine. So that cannot be ignored. They don't invite anybody to the combine, okay? So even they know if Taylen Green was in a better situation like Mendoza or Carson Beck or Simpson, that Taylen Green is a threat. Trust me. You know what? Hold on. I said a few weeks ago, I saw Taylen Green going to the Cardinals. I'm going to still live with that. But we also need to watch Baltimore. And I hate that's a factor because that would be 3 black quarterbacks stacked on top of each other. You got Lamar, you got Snoop Huntley, and then you have Taylen. But I still think the Cardinals is going to take Taylen Green. We're going to keep pushing, okay? All right, some of his strengths, his heights and weight are well above the average of the NFL level. You mean to tell me nobody's not going to take a 6'6" quarterback in the NFL? Cam Newton was only 6'5". He's 225 pounds. You let this young man go ahead and get his grown man body, and he's gonna hurt some teams in the NFL. He's a gifted athlete that comes with a naturally strong arm. And you see why I'm saying that why nobody's talking about Taylen Green, a legit rushing threat, Lamar Jackson, with more than 2,400 yards, passing yards for a season, long limb, but still fluid enough to scramble and make defenses miss. I'm trying to tell you, I saw Taylen Green with my own eyes. He has a decent number of big-time throws over the middle of the field. I saw this young man. Let's keep pushing. Hold on, let's keep pushing, y'all. Let's keep pushing. Okay. Did I get his weaknesses? Hold on. Yep, that was his weaknesses. Let me back up one, Vestas. All right, you probably can't see it, but some of his weaknesses is throwing from the middles. Both upper and lower body are not consistent. This comes with ball placement issues. If you're on the run, you're right. You won't have that foundation. You got to make the throws as best as you can. But once he get with the right NFL team, trust me, Taylen Green's name will reign throughout the NFL for many years, okay? Will misdiagnose coverages, pre-snaps, which leads to open missed receivers. He's hauling tail just like Shedeur Sanders, okay? Can take a bit longer to get the ball out the hand due to a long throw in motion. Okay, he's tall and lanky, lacks anticipation on throws, throws some passes with a sidearm delivery. There's a lot of quarterbacks in the NFL that love to throw. Even Patrick Mahomes is famous for throwing those sidearm passes. What we talking about? Generally has one read, then drop his eyes and take off. Yes. Without an O-line, he has to run just like Shedeur Sanders and any other quarterback in the NFL without an O-line. Let's keep pushing. Passing grade under pressure and when scrambling is lower than ideal for his play style. And guess what? That's all they said about Taylen Green. But what they didn't say, Vestas, which is the most important factors that we need to consider. What they didn't say about Taylen Green is that he will not be successful in the NFL. That is one thing they didn't say about Taylen Green. They didn't even say that Taylen Green will be a low draft pick. We need to watch Taylen Green. I salute this young man with the right offensive line and the right team. Taylen Green is going to be the diamond in the rough in terms of quarterback this year, okay? Now let me go back to the comments because I want to stay online, investors, and I only got 2 more players, and then I'm gonna let you go. Hold on. Come on with it, investors. Taylen will not be second. We see. Oh, I'm glad you brought him up, Motivated, Dedicated, because he's the next player on the screen. And what I got from PFF, listen. I'm going to put it on the screen. Thank you, Meter Lee. Simpson would go before. Well, I do agree with that based on what Taylen Green will also go before Carson Beck based on what I'm about to pull up on this screen. Give me one second. Taylen is good, but he has back issues. Oh, Ty is good, but he has back issues. Taylen Green is 6'6", 235 pounds, quarterback, Arkansas record. Yes. Ain't nobody said he is not NFL caliber. You hear what I'm saying? Hold on, Vestals. All right, Vestas. Hold on. I had to get a family member to get something out the stove. 4 quarterbacks with pick for Green. And the NFL 2026 NFL Scouting Combine Green set record. Yes, he did. Yeah. Okay. Instead of running a 4.335, he ran a 4.36. Don't y'all see I have my notes? I'm calling stuff out the app. Come on, y'all. Come on. I ain't calling numbers out the air. Beck, Simpson, Mendoza. Come on, Nussmeyer. Okay, he sounds like Anthony Richard. Thank you, Coach. CJ888. Let's keep pushing. Let's go ahead and everybody. Since somebody brought up Carson Beck, let's go ahead and move forward, Vestals. And I ain't gonna keep it that long. Carson Beck. Now, believe it or not, I thought Carson Beck strength was gonna be more than 3 to 4 bullets. 3 to 4 bullets. All right. Okay, we're on the same slide. All right, based off of this right here, if I do quickly do the math in my head, I'm gonna give him another, let's say a 6.57. What? Let's just go ahead and say 7.5. Nah, he got too many fives. We'll say a 7. Let's say 7. And his height is 6'4", 220 pounds. So we already know that Taylen Green is taller than him and heavier than him. Come on, let's go with it. Let me go ahead and take these comments off just in case I don't want to leave the wrong one up there. All right, let's move forward. Vestals. Here we go. All right, Carson Beck. Let's see here. Where's that? He started out in Georgia in 2023, 2024 before transferring to Miami and leading his team to a national title game. Hold on now. So, I mean, just looking at that alone, why they not talking about Carson Beck being drafted from Mendoza? Because basically Mendoza, that's all they're saying. He has something that Shedeur doesn't have, which is a national title championship. But hey, maybe Carson Beck is falling into a different category for some reason we don't know. Okay, at 6'4", 220 pounds, he has an adequate NFL build. He has most played in a shotgun, as in the case of most quarterbacks today, but has some experiences on a center. He has more experience on a center than Mendoza. But everybody's picking Mendoza to go number 1. We shall see. Okay, he has a smooth and clean throwing motion with generally lower body mechanics. This yields a decently higher clean accuracy score on short and intermediate routes. Yada yada yada. He is not, this last paragraph, he is not much of a mobile threat, and his plays under pressure has been rough over the past 2 years. As somebody said, he's also had surgery to repair a UCL, but I'm pretty sure it should be ACL tear in 2024, and his arm did not look the same in 2025. His overall velocity was mediocre at best, and his deep passing beyond 40 yards was very unreliable and effective. And you say that he is going to go before Taylen Green. Okay, let's go to the next slide. Hold on, Vestals. I only got 2 more slides. Woo! This is all PFF said about. Here we go. Hold on. No. Hold on. I jumped it. Here we go. Okay, I jumped it. His strengths, I covered it up. Clean, smooth foundations in his throwing motions, confident with intermediate layer passes between zones. In 2024, he was a confident touch passer, knows how to move defenders with his eyes, knows how to scan the full field through his reads, has some experience under center. Weaknesses: He has rough moments under pressure. Average NFL arm strength did not look the same after you see ACL surgery or UCL surgery in 2024. So maybe that's dealing something with the arm. Ball speed dies on him. Ooh, if his feet aren't set, poor deep passing grade on 40. And you say that he's going to go ahead of Taylen Green. So investors, now y'all know why nobody's not really talking about Carson Beck. Okay. Now we know why nobody's not really talking about Carson Beck. But as some people believe, he's still going to be picked faster and higher than Taylen Green. We shall see. Investors, here we go. This is what I wanted to get to. Ty Simpson. Since Cleveland media is still pushing for Ty Simpson to be picked up by the Cleveland Browns, and also to Ty Simpson's, we already know what PFF said about Shedeur Sanders. Let's see what PFF has said about you, Ty Simpson, since you say that the Cleveland Browns need to pick you and Carnell Tate up. Let's see. Let's move forward, investors. Hold on, before I go here. Okay, Mendoza won the Heisman. And that is saying, yeah, only a few QBs have accomplished that. Listen, who was the vessel that said that coach needed to get a switch? Somebody said that they was gonna get a switch after coach JC888, but that's okay. Don't worry about the switch. Don't even take away his vest. We only got 2 more slides, okay, Vestas? We finna keep going. All right, here go Ty Simpson. Ty Simpson. All right, looking at his player traits. Woo! He got a lot of 8s and a lot of 6s, so we'll go ahead and give him an 8, okay? As he's 6'2", 215 pounds. He is slightly on the smaller side versus NFL averages. Okay, based off that alone, he is taller than Dylan Gabriel, but he does have 6'2". He is 6'2", 215. He and Shedeur Sanders the same height and same weight. Maybe that's why he thinks that he's equivalent to Shedeur Sanders based off height and weight alone, but we know that doesn't matter, okay? His arm strength is not lacking despite his size, and he has above average overall arm talent. He is a decent athlete for some RPOs and QB power work in the run game, and he shows some escapability. Well, Shedeur Sanders had some of these same traits now, but they said that he was not worth the first round, and we already know that Ty Simpson, they already predicted him to go round 1, 21 to the Steelers. Let's keep going, okay? He can really rip passes between zone coverages, especially over the middle of the field where he's best at. That's Shedeur Sanders. Though he does flirt with the lines between the tight window throws and turnover-worthy plays. Let's see. Hold on. Didn't Motivated just say that Shedeur Sanders, all he's really known for is running back was in the NFL? Well, based off this right here, Ty Simpson do the same thing or did the same thing in college. Let me keep reading in that third paragraph. There are plays where he steps up confidently in the pocket and hangs tough long enough to get to the backside reads, but there are also snaps where he reacts too far backwards, a bail sooner than needed, making things worse. Hold on now. Didn't they also say that was against Shedeur Sanders? That's the same thing they said against Shedeur Sanders, but Ty Simpson is predicted to go in round 1. What are we missing, investors? Let's keep going. He has some nicely read throws from an accuracy standpoint, but when he misses, he usually misses high. Ooh, Ty, okay? That could stem from a higher release and follow through. The biggest issue for him is how he plays under pressure. What? You mean Ty Simpson can't play under pressure? Let's keep pushing. With 2025 being his first full year. Vestas. Hold on. With 2025 being his first year as a full-time starter, he lacks the experience to consistently handle late post-snaps, coverages, rotations, and more exotic blitz. Hold on. I know a 5th round pick number 144, that saw so many exotic blitz in his first NFL 3 games ever, that when it came to his 4th game and his 5th game and his 6th game and his 7th game, he had saw mostly all of the exotic blitz in the NFL. And if y'all know who that player is, make sure you put his name down in the comments, because Shedeur Sanders, by his 3rd game in the NFL, it was so many blitz coming to that young man. By the end of the 3rd quarter and the 4th quarter, he already knew exactly what they was gonna do. Even Shannon Sharp, Ocho Cinco, Cam Newton, everybody was like, God, Shedeur Sanders was, I think, the 3rd highest blitz quarterback in the NFL. And you mean to tell me that Shedeur Sanders only had 10 interceptions? Most of those interceptions didn't come off wasn't because of him, but because of the wide receivers down the field. And you mean to tell me, as the 3rd highest quarterback blitz in the NFL, and he can't read defenses, he only had 10 interceptions, and you mean to tell me Shedeur Sanders? Let me stop. Hold on, let me go on now. I told y'all, Vesters, I'm not gonna keep you that long. Hold on, I'm not gonna keep you that long. Hold on, Vesters. Going to his strips. Decent athlete for RPOs and QB power work, above the average arm talent for NFL. This Ty Simpson can rip throws. We cover that. Not afraid to step up in the pocket. Let's go ahead and go over some of his weaknesses. Struggles under pressure. Shedeur Sanders did not struggle under pressure down the stretch, and didn't always have quick answers for blitzes. What? You mean that Ty Simpson, he didn't know what to do when he was getting blitzed? He finna be in a rude awakening. Constantly drops back far back in the pocket, even from the shotgun. Didn't they hold that against Shedeur Sanders? Pocket management is inconsistent. Shedeur Sanders didn't have that issue, with moments of really good movement from others where he made the situation worse. Ty Simpson, he has an issue with missing high on the passes. What? In 2025, a higher follow-through could be an issue. Oh, Ty Simpson. This is why Chris Ballard, during the combine, when the commentators was talking to the Indianapolis general manager named Chris Ballard, and I never could find that, but they asked him why would he basically draft Ty Simpson, and that man said no, he doesn't have enough experience for any team that should be drafting him in the 1st round. Remember, I played the clip from the arena. I played the clip from Ocho Cinco, Shannon Sharp, and Debo and Joe that said that Ty Simpson is not a 1st round quarterback. He's not a 1st round quarterback. Let me go ahead and finish this. Flirts with the line between good, tight windows, yada yada, take long throws from a pocket quarterback. Sometimes it is the right decision, but not always. He's about to be in a rude awakening for the NFL, okay? Anticipate and based off this, just off this alone, and this is my final point, the Cleveland Browns want Ty Simpson there versus Shedeur Sanders. Do they have access to PFF? Do they know what PFF means? Now, I know G. Bush does, because before I started my own channel, this is how I didn't know PFF existed, but G. Bush used to pull this up on the screen and read all these things to me. Now, does the Bull, does Jason Lloyd, and whoever else in Cleveland that speaks against Shedeur Sanders, they want Ty Simpson to come? Do they know this about Ty Simpson? Do they know this about Ty Simpson, okay? Anticipation could be a tick faster and likely stern from his, okay, bam. Vesters, I'm going to open up the floodgates. Opening up the floodgates. That's all I got to present tonight. Let's talk about it, Vesters. And I ain't going to hold you that much long. People better be ready for these letdowns. No, come on with it. Hold on. I read this one. Okay, let me tell you one thing. Coach JC888. Listen, Travis Hunter and Shedeur Sanders was in the top finalists for the Heisman, right? But because Shedeur Sanders was in that Heisman, do you think that they was going to give the Heisman to Shedeur Sanders, even though he was the quarterback that threw to Travis Hunter? That's why Travis Hunter said he was going to share that Heisman with Shedeur Sanders, because without Shedeur Sanders, Travis Hunter wouldn't have been on that stage. So I give him that. But I tell you one thing, why is everybody downplaying what's the Golden Arm Award? Uh-huh. Somebody has that. People better get ready. Still here. Shedeur has a true gift. Yes, he does. Carson Beck would be a late round. Thank you. Thank you. He'll be a backup just like Dillon Gabriel, just a bigger backup than Dillon Gabriel. They said the same thing. Shedeur Sanders is definitely gifted. Can't wait to see how Monken unlocks that talent. Ooh, yes. A real head coach and an O-line and some weaponized fields. We're about to see. 2026, we're about to see. Shedeur has his sleeve torn for the touchdown. You love bringing that up, Donna. Exactly. Yes. Tell it, Tony. Let's see him. Tell it, Tony. Go ahead, 10 toes down. Thank you, Donna. Ty Simpson is a really based on what we do. You need me to put this up here. Hold on, maybe you couldn't see it. Hold on. Let me go ahead and minimize myself. Let me put myself in the corner. Now let me go ahead and put myself in the other corner. Because maybe you didn't believe what I was reading. Hold on, let me see if I can move myself over. Whoop. Here we go. Read that yourself since you didn't believe me. But if you think that he is going to be in the second round, you got another thing coming. You got another thing coming. Read that, coach. Make sure you get your notes, your drink, and your vest. Read them weaknesses. People better look out who they hyping up. Who? Big Bull, Jason Lloyd. That, you know what? They don't have access to PFF. And if they do, they don't care. I can tell there's going to be a lot of letdown season. Yes, G. Bush broke it down. Yes, he did. They're only one real good QB in this draft. Mendoza, huh? Mendoza? Okay. Everybody's saying that. Okay. No, they're not giving. They're gonna give it to Shedeur. I know, Vestal. I know, Vestas. Let's see here. And Vestals, that is it. I tell you, I'm gonna keep it that long. I know. Hey, I had some technical issues, but thank you for finding me. Thank you for finding me this second go around. I know it's almost 11 o'clock, but the floodgates are still open. And if you want to put anything out in the chat, I'm still here. But thank you. Hey, coach, let me know you read those weaknesses so I can pull down the screen, because that's your Ty Simpson right there. That's your Ty Simpson. Okay, that's your Ty Simpson. But Vestas, thank you so much for being part of this momentum accomplishments. Whew. I didn't know when it was going to happen, but it happened today. Thank you so much, Lady Elegance. Thank you, Vestas, for sharing my channel with your friends. Thank you, Mita Lee, for reaching out to your friends. Just thank you. And I got to catch a 5 o'clock flight in the morning, but I definitely come back tomorrow for a short live tomorrow, because I really feel bad because of those technical difficulties. But I greatly appreciate you finding me for the second half of this live. Let's see here. Great live. Thank you so much, Mita Lee. Great live. Thank you. And don't see, contact me in the background. Yeah. Thank you, Mita Lee. And that's it, Vestas. So, Vestas, thank you so much. I'll be coming back tomorrow. And listen, I hope y'all took notes, because listen, the conversation is not over. Oh, Maria, you still here? Hey, thank you for finding me again. Another great show. Safe travels tomorrow, and have a great night, everybody. Yes. But guess what? I'm still going to be up for a couple more hours celebrating, and I still got to pack. But yeah, this is who they said that should go to Cleveland. This is who the media keeps bringing up, Ty Simpson. But Andrew Berry, he's not going to entertain it, hopefully. I don't know why some content creators are still bringing up Ty Simpson as being a possible quarterback that goes to Cleveland. Okay. But they probably don't have access to PFF also. Do you see those weaknesses? And some of the strengths that Mendoza had. Who was the second one? Mendoza won the Heisman, right? And based on what we read tonight, Mendoza won the Heisman, and he only took 2 snaps under center for 2025. Where they do that at? Ty Simpson, where they do that at? Listen. I know, Lady of Elegance, thank you so much. I know that. Where they do that and still won the Heisman? Well, we shall see, Vestas. I need to go back and see what quarterback, since Coach CJ said that only so many quarterbacks have won the Heisman. I need to see when they won the Heisman. I need to find out who they was, what their name was, and how many times they was on the center. Because Mendoza won the Heisman only taking 2 snaps under center. Where they do that at? Where they do that at? They're trying to get his stock up so he can draft sooner than later. But guess what? He's not ready. Ty Simpson's not ready. He need to. That Chris Ballard basically said that for any quarterback, if he could give them any advice, stay in college as long as you can to get that experience. Because he said, if you're a first-round quarterback, that means you expected to produce on that field the very first game. I didn't say it. Chris Ballard said it. Chris Ballard. Hold on, Vestas. I recorded that. I'm going to say was the last week. Give me a second. If I can't pull it up, I'll definitely pull it up tomorrow for the live. But I want to find that. Chris Ballard said for any quarterback coming out of school, any advice he would give them would be to stay in school as long as they can. Hold on. Chris Ballard. Is this it? Oh, guess what? Look at God. Hold on. Here go the arena clip about Ty Simpson. And I know the other one is from Chris Ballard. So let me go ahead and play the one for Chris Ballard. Look at God. Let me go ahead and play the clip from Chris Ballard's own mouth. And then I'm going to remind you on what the arena said about Ty Simpson. Thank you. Here we go.
Let's get to the quarterback position, right? And I'll let the Wolves ask all the questions that they want. And I know you've answered a million of them this week. I'm more interested in evaluating that position.
You me both.
Most important position in the sport, and it's the hardest one to evaluate.
Yeah, it is, because there's so few of them.
Yeah,
that can really carry a franchise. So, like, it's one of the real positives I think of NIL. I truly believe that if I was a quarterback, it's not about being a first-round pick. It's about having a career.
Yep.
And the more snaps you can get in college,
no question,
the better off you're going to be. Every kid I would advise, I said, I don't care if you're the first pick of the draft. If you got eligibility left, stay and be as prepared as you can. Because this train does not, when you enter the league, the clock starts.
Yep.
And if you got a 1 next to your name, it starts and it's ticking twice as fast as any other player in the draft clock. So having those guys have play history and being ready is I think this NIL is going to be very beneficial for both quarterbacks in general, but I think for us.
I just took them to the.
Did y'all hear that? Did y'all see? I was not lying. That was the GM's, that was the coach GM, Chris Ballard, because as I stated in the other live, he was asked a question about Ty Simpson, but he did not want to bring Ty Simpson's name in his statement. So what he was speaking very generally after somebody brought up Ty Simpson's name, and that's what he said, alluding to Ty Simpson and all the other quarterbacks. Okay, he just put generalized statements in there. Now let's see what the arena said about Ty Simpson right here.
The low caliber quarterback draft to me. Somebody gonna take him in the second round though. People need quarterbacks and they gonna take him. He had a good year. He struggled against the top defenses though, Georgia, Indiana. But what he did do is he went to the combine and he competed. I just need to see a little bit more. Something need to be eye-popping to me. He's like a backup quarterback in the league.
I wouldn't take him in the first. Even if you need a quarterback. Past Mendoza, this is not the draft where I take chances. I'm gonna get the best available for what I need for my team because I know he's gonna be there later. He might get drafted in the second.
I want to take him in the first round. It's a low caliber quarterback draft to me. Somebody going to take him in the second round though. People need quarterbacks and they going to take him. He had a good year. He struggled against the top defenses though, Georgia, Indiana. But what he did do is he went to the combine and he competed. I just need to see a little bit more. Something need to be eye-popping to me. He's like a backup quarterback in the league.
I wouldn't take him in the first. Even if you need a quarterback. Past Mendoza, this is not the draft where I take chances. I'm going to get the best available for what I need for my team because I know he's going to be there later. He might get drafted in the second, but I'm not taking him in the first. I didn't see anything where I'm like, yeah, he could be a guy in the league.
I just never loved Ty Simpson, what Parcells used to call a jag, just another guy. He's always reminded me of kind of like a poor man's Kirk Cousins. He doesn't play strong. He doesn't stand strong in the pocket. Mel's got Pittsburgh taking Ty Simpson at 21 in the first round because they need a quarterback. I just think that would be a waste and a bust. Is he going to win you a lot of big games? I don't see it. Down the stretch of the year for Alabama, he just started to unravel. And I think that's what would happen if he were a starter in the NFL.
When the heat cranked up during the season, his completion rating went sub 60, 57. And watching the game, you just seeing his nervousness. You seeing his lack of arm strength, couldn't complete the deep ball. And them defenses was just on his ass. And he looked like a nervous. The last thing you want is a nervous quarterback. Nervous the whole playoffs. You see like a fourth round guy.
I'm taking Carson Beck over him.
I want to take him in the first round. It's a
Vestos, did I lie by any summary that I gave you? Did I lie? The only thing PFF didn't say that he looked nervous when that pressure came. But hey, we shall find out. Let him go ahead and go number one in the first round. Because guess what? We're about to see the biggest rain track where everything they thought that Shedeur Sanders was going to experience in the NFL, even though Shedeur Sanders, just like Donna said, that the NFL was a faster pace. Everybody know they're faster pace. But everything they thought that Shedeur Sanders was going to experience, it looked like on that field, you let go ahead in Pittsburgh go ahead and draft Ty Simpson in the first round versus Taylen Green. Matter of fact, if the Cardinals don't pick up Taylen Green would have a better fit also with the Steelers. But I still see Taylen Green going to the Cardinals for some reason. But I may be wrong. But you go ahead and let Ty Simpson go ahead. Only started 15 games. And as the arena just said, second half of the season, he looked at worse in the second half of the season than the first half of the season. So hey, it is what it is, Vestas. I ain't gonna drag this out. I'm not gonna drag this out. But if Cleveland want Ty Simpson, with all of these weaknesses going on, and what all the experts have said about Ty Simpson, they can get him. Just let Shedeur Sanders go somewhere else. Because if not, Shedeur Sanders is going to show up that young man, and he's going to be in the corner with Dylan Gabriel, and they're going to be regretting, especially Ty Simpson, because, like I said, he should be flirting with other teams that need a quarterback. But if he wants to go to Cleveland Browns and get his butt whipped by Shedeur Sanders and him and Dylan Gabriel sitting in the corner, be my wish. Hey, it may be his birthday. Let him wish that and let it happen, okay? And there it is, Vestas. There it is, Vestas. All right, Vestas. Until next time. Oh, hold on. But thank you again for coming to this live, celebrating with me that 1,000 subscriber mark. We moving forward, Vestas. So until next time, make sure you get your notes, your drink, and your vest. Because we stay vested up over here, and have a safe night. And I'll see you tomorrow, Vestas. And thank you for finding me for part 3 or part 2, okay? All right, Vestas. Thank you so much. Let's go. Let's go. Let's go. Yeah, just another jag, Maria. Just another jag. Woo! Thank you, Vestas.